predictions is whenever they do a price prediction, it's usually for a 12-month period, so 12 months and shorter. And honestly, if in a year from now Palantir is around $20, I'm not even going to get mad. Obviously, I want Palantir to go to 180. But if in 12 months from now Palantir is somewhere around this $20 mark, I wouldn't even get mad, to be honest with you. All right, let's do this. Palantir Technologies enabling secure and compliant AI. Reiterate a buy and maintain $18 price target. So they're reiterating it. So they're basically saying not only are we saying that it is $18, we are key player, enabler of AI implementation. Despite some recent pullback in the AI market sentiment, we continue to see Palantir as a key player in the generative AI market. Palantir is a unique position as an enabler of secure and compliant generative AI implementation on both commercial and government organizations. We think Palantir's ability to provide generative AI solutions agnostic to a preferred large language model, compliant to tight security requirements, and demonstrate use cases across sectors has not been fully appreciated by the market. We reiterate our buy rating of $18. It's funny, so without this AI platform, their price target was $13. And they said that people are not giving them full credit for either the military side of or government side and then the business side for Palantir. So they're saying that AIP is worth another $5 if that makes sense. So strong AIP demand from new and existing customers. In our view, Palantir's recently released AIP is the #1 catalyst for the company growth. AIP caters to the accelerated demand for compliant, secure, and reliable data infrastructure and organizational digital twins. Demand stems from both new customers as well as expansion contracts with existing customers. Large language models broaden the end user's base and use case for Palantir products. As the company refocuses around AIP, we expect to see meaningful growth. This is a very, very important thing. Demand stems from both new customers as well as expansion contracts. So hopefully those 400 clients that they're talking to, 400 customers, potential customers that they're talking to, while most of them are going to be existing contracts or clients, customers, hopefully at least a double-digit percentage, so 10% or more are going to be new customers. That's going to be really good. They're in a unique position to strong relationships with USG support. On top of commercial opportunities, we remain confident Palantir's position to the growing United States Department of Defense modernization efforts. We are encouraged by the recent United States Air Force non-competitive awards that show Palantir's technical advantages to support key Department of Defense priorities like Joint All-Domain Command and Control. Additionally, new partnerships with government services providers continues to spread the reach of Palantir's products. And they talk about some catalysts ahead. UK, NHS, and possible S&P 500 inclusion. We spoke about that before. This is going to be absolutely massive. If they can get into the S&P 500, expect a double-digit growth just by getting into S&P 500 in the price. So it doesn't mean the growth of revenue, the growth of the actual company, but when companies are put into the S&P 500, they're put in a basket of stocks when people are investing in specific ETFs that they automatically get exposure to Palantir. So that's going to be really good. AIP is gaining traction. Foundry's structure to leverage data. During the quarter, Palantir unveiled demos for AIP, artificial intelligence platform, and management noted that the company is now committed to making AIP the centerpiece of Palantir's service offerings. AIP is an additional service layer onto the existing Palantir product, which allows users to leverage existing large language models and other generative AI products on private networks. At Palantir's AIPCon, hosted in June, management highlighted commercial capabilities that allows users to ask questions to better understand internal metrics, deploy responses, model outcomes, and have live feedback in real-time data, as well as defensive capabilities specifically tailored to warfighters. Guys, there's going to be another AIP con on September 14th, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys missed the AIP demo, I have it up on my channel. I believe I put out that video yesterday. Definitely you guys need to check that out. Maro, what's up? Thank you so much for being a channel member. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. So 100 users on the platform already, which is what Palantir announced in their last earnings. They're seeing demand from new and existing customers. Management remain confident in the strong demand for this generational opportunity. And I quote, Palantir currently has 100 companies already using the platform, with an additional 300 in the pipeline. We are encouraged by the strong customer interest seen in the last 10 weeks since the platform launched. Additionally, we look favorably on management's commentary noting that demand stems from both new customers as well as existing customers currently utilizing other Palantir platforms. The company has not shared information with regard to pricing yet, but our sense is that pricing will likely be on customer-to-customer basis. So they are reducing their stock-based compensation, which is very good. In the beginning of 2021 and 22 first half, the stock-based compensation was through the roof, and they were able to reduce it. Stock-based compensation is now only 21% of second quarter 2023. And as you can see, the stock-based compensation just kept going down and down and down, right? Boom, 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 on a downward spiral, which is really, really good. Share repurchases. So they're talking about that they approved the $1 billion share repurchases. This is really good. U.S. commercial momentum bolsters weak European commercial. Okay, so the U.S. commercial is growing. European commercial sucks. We all know this, that internationally, Palantir needs to wake the F up. Upside from AIP opportunities and continued growth with new customers despite pressure from European Union macro. Commercial revenues grew by $53 million in first half of 2023, or 13% year over year. Or trailing 12 months, we're encouraged by further opportunities. Palantir experienced in healthcare revenues. This is very, very good. In Q2 2023, Palantir experienced 93% year-over-year growth in healthcare revenue and 129% in transportation. I wonder where they got this. I wonder where they got this number, but this is absolutely massive. They're growing their healthcare by a tremendous number. Guys, remember, 2 years ago, Palantir was nowhere. Now 13% of all hospital beds in the United States are run on Palantir technology, guys. Think about that. So like I said, if Palantir hits $20 this year, I'll be very, very happy. If Palantir is $20 a year from now, I won't be mad either. I don't care how many people hate on me. But if Palantir is going to be $20 between now and 12 months from now, I'm not going to get mad. I would not be angry about that. That's a solid price. Let's grow into the $20 and see what happens. Obviously, I want Palantir to hit $100 or more, but I wouldn't be mad with the 20. Adam, thank you for what you do. Look forward to your videos. Yo, I appreciate you, Tam. I appreciate that. Agreed, Adam. It's great floor to say. Yeah, I'm not mad at 20. First of all, Nicholas, thank you so much for being a channel member. Thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate it. I put out 2 channel member videos today. If you guys would like to become channel members, if you don't mind, let me shout out my channel memberships. 1 second. If you guys want to become channel members, that's the link. You guys are going to get your $3 worth. It's $3 a month. I put out mad videos for my channel members. So, yeah. So, yeah, I agree with you. $20 would be great. I'm not mad at $20. People get too greedy. They think it should be $200. I'm not mad at 20. I'm happy with 20. I'm going to keep selling cash secured. I'm going to keep selling covered calls. If I get assigned and I can't roll it, I'm just going to use the money. And then I'm going to do cash secured puts. And if I get assigned, I'm going to do covered calls, so on and so forth. This is a strategy that I am sharing with my channel members. I'm probably going to show you guys a cash secured put for Google. I want to get into Google. And make money doing cash secured puts. But anyways, I agree with you. $20 would be beautiful. Yo, Gordy, thank you so much for being a channel member. Thank you for the thumbs up, and thank you for joining me on the live. I still think once they could hit 25% of the beds, it will fire in the healthcare system. Yeah, they're growing like crazy in the healthcare system. Look, the core question is, do you or do you not believe that Palantir has a plan? Do you or do you not believe in 0 to 1, Peter Thiel's book, Peter Thiel's thesis, Peter Thiel's hypothesis? And if you understand his book which I go over on Twitter. By the way, if you guys have not followed me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, xfinance411. Then you understand where Palantir is playing into all of this, and everything's going according to plan. Sometimes you can't just look straight at the top level. You got to dig deep. Gordy, I made a post just for channel members. Give me the email in that post and I'll send you this. I want to send it out to my channel members to keep giving you guys as much content as possible and as much as I possibly can. So give me your email to the post that I did on the channel membership and I'll be happy to send it to you. Honestly, it's not good for the stock to go up so fast, but like they said, 18 is a good stock. Yeah, 18 is good. Look, right now it's trading at 16 and change. Everyone's happy again, right? So it went to 20 and it dropped. It's inevitable. Do we deserve a price of 20? Honestly, our earnings sucked for $20. But for $15 or $16, our earnings were okay. You know what I mean? For $10, our earnings were amazing. You know what I mean? So there's like different levels of the pricing. De-risks ownership. Value of SPAC equity securities down to $16.5 million. Palantir, second quarter 2003 holdings show they only own equity in 5 strategic partners, down from 19. So if you guys don't know, Palantir had this terrible idea of investing in SPACs. By investing in SPACs, SPAC is a special purpose acquisition company, and that's how you can go to the stock market instead of an IPO or a DPO. So they started investing in SPACs, and the point is they give you money as an investment, and then the SPAC uses Palantir Foundry for their purposes. This is also one of the reasons why Palantir was growing so strong. So now the SPACs, 15 out of 19 went out of business. 14 out of 19 went out of business. So obviously less companies are using Palantir. So the market value of the publicly traded equity securities is down to $16 million. Wow. Which was $35 million in quarter 4. I realized losses of 40. So they have a loss of $48 million just investing in SPACs. So it's like a double-edged sword. The SPACs were allowing Palantir to grow because Palantir gave them money, and then the SPACs used the money that Palantir gave them to use Palantir software. But now Palantir is not growing as much because those SPACs are no longer here. That's 14 less companies using Palantir. And at the same time, Palantir has a lot of losses. But that's going to stop because these companies are out of business. And hopefully they hit a home run with Lilium or Black Sky. De-risk revenue. Maximum potential value up sequentially. First time ever, despite fewer corporations owned. It's unclear how many companies Palantir keeps doing business with, while 6 out of the original 22 companies no longer trade as they went bankrupt or were acquired. We would not be surprised if Palantir maintained relationships with the other 7 if they do not own equities any longer. For example, the agreement with Black Sky was mostly tied to selling satellite imagery data through Foundry for use-specific cases. Okay, so maybe they're doing businesses with some of the SPACs even though they divested. Palantir secures data as a service contracts with the United States Air Force and position in JADC2. On June 15, 2023, Palantir secured 3 large data-as-a-service contracts for the Air Force. Yes, we remember that, guys. The contracts was a $58.5 million contract, a $32.8 million contract, and a $19 million contract. Huge. Partnerships with Carasoft and Spectre Ops expanded Palantir's research. On July 18th, Palantir announced a partnership with Spectre Ops to provide Spectre Ops Bloodhound Enterprise solutions to government through Palantir's FedStart. Oh, this is the FedStart where basically they audit you and allow you to piggyback on their Impact Level 5 currently and about to be Impact Level 6, which is fantastic. Guys, they're talking about NHS. If you don't know, they started with a $1 contract. The $1 contract became a $1 million contract, which then was a $23 million contract and an $11.5 million extension. All in all, Palantir has like £60 million worth of contracts with the NHS. Most people don't know about that. Okay. We reiterate a price target of $18, our buy rating, and leave our price unchanged at $18. Our $18 is based on a zero point 0.7 EV to sales growth multiply to 2024 entire year and represents a sum of the parts of a zero point 0.6 growth on government above defense IT and a zero point 0.8 on commercial in line with GAAP profitable software infrastructure. So this is the Bank of America report. Again, if you guys are part of my channel membership, just respond to the post that I made right before this live and I'll send you this report. I mean, they're basically saying that Palantir is worth $13 a share, and it's worth $18 a share now that they have Palantir AIP. They're putting a lot of thought on Palantir AIP, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see what's going to happen.